so many fake pages out there of mine. There's so many fake pages. Like I said, once you reach a certain status, they tend to do that. Now, even some people they don't have status, people tend to do that because they haters. But the way I look at it, that everybody wants something to choose, well, but everybody can't have none of the choose. Okay. But until then, love them.
So how is it that people are still falling for that tactic, that people still are falling for these fake accounts? You could tell it's a fake account because sometimes it doesn't have the blue check mark or some type of logo showing that this is a real account. Then sometimes you have to look for the periods, the underscores, the dashes that weren't in the original account. So I don't know how people mistakenly thought that Miss Juicy from Atlanta Little Women thought that was her real account, even though this I think she did that video a while ago. But still, it's kind of scary to see that people are still falling for this, because if that's the case, then if they told you to send her money, and it's not her, how many people would have fell for that? So it's just kind of scary how people are so vulnerable, and like some people are just not savvy. Fortunately for me, I get training. I get like routine training on these type of things, and it's just like interesting how some people just still fall for the fake accounts. Not too long ago, about a month and a half ago, I received a phone call from this energy company saying that I owe them $45. Right away, I'm like, this is suspicious. And I didn't give the person any information, and she sounded like she was a legitimate representative of this energy company. But I never gave her any information. I always tell them, send me something in the mail. I don't give them my address. I don't give them anything. Send me something in the mail. And if I don't get something in the mail, then I know it was a scam. Because if you have my phone number, then you should have my address. And if it's an old company, if it's a legitimate company, they would be able to get my address. But it's just interesting how people fall for that. And then even with that story, come to find out, it was a scam that was going around, calling people saying that they owe them money. And so it's like a memo sent out electronically to myself, and I always, when I get memos like that, I send it out to all the contacts in my phone. But it's just like, had I sent the money or gave them my account information, what could have happened? So it's just interesting how people still fall for these little tactics, as far as like, with little Juicy, Little Women of Atlanta. And it could be stressful, and I don't see how celebrities are celebrities. I just would hate it. I would hate being famous, because it's just like, it just puts a target on your back for all types of foolery and foolishness. And but it's just interesting how people fall for that nonsense. So what I would say for those who don't get training, to find some type of training, usually you can find free training. Maybe you don't have the type of you have more like a essential profession where you don't access things electronically. But I will always try to find some type of training when it comes to that, because it's so easy, especially with these times where people are so desperate. So definitely do your due diligence, and before you like pay anything, especially the elderly, before you pay anything, before you give any information, don't give them any information. Because if I have it, if it's in a document and it's a legitimate account, you should be able to find my address. If not, then I'm not giving you any information. So that's all I have to say. But be careful with these scams and things like that because, if you're a YouTuber, if you're, somewhere out there, and I think a lot of us are, with social media and things like that, just be very careful. So that's all I had to say. Thank you for listening.